Welcome back to Brewmatures. Today, Mary's going to try, for the first time, King Sue from Toppling Goliath.
Oh, this is the real Sue.
Alright, Mary, we're back, and yes, indeed, we have the real Sue, the king of the Sues. It's King Sue.
What is Sue for? Like, what is it short for? Susan?
Probably. This is... Toppling Goliath has Pseudo Sue and King Sue. They partnered up with Field Museum. Wow. Literally just figured out that's Field Museum.
Please keep that in there.
Oh, I'm 100% gonna keep it in there. Yeah, but Field Museum, so I think they might have a T-Rex skeleton there named Sue. That's what I think.
Well, how come they don't name it Queen Sue? You think Sue's a boy?
Could be. Packaged on April 28th, 2022. Best by August 28th, 2022. So, super fresh. I am not going to give away as much for this one as I did on Pseudo Sue. I'm going to let you kind of figure out the flavors on your own. I'm not going to say too much about what's supposed to be in here, what is and isn't in here until after you taste it. And probably after you rate it.
Why?
Well, I don't want to give too much away. I don't want to get any hypes and hopes up.
It's still an IPA, right?
Yes, it is.
It's a double.
Yes.
Okay. 7.7.
All right, well, that's enough talking. Let's get to drinking. Without further ado, let's open the can. All right.
So quiet.
Okay. Mary, go ahead, take it away.
It smells exactly the same as last one.
Yeah, so we're obviously filming this after you just had Pseudo Sue.
Yeah, it smells exactly like Pseudo Sue. You don't think so?
I'm going to say nothing until after you're done.
Why can't you
review.
just ignore me? Why can't you just agree or disagree? You don't have to say more.
Yeah,
Just say yes or no.
I agree with you to an extent.
It smells like a hazy IPA.
And indeed it is.
Nothing special, but my tongue or
Orange juice.
my nose palate isn't as refined as your nose palate, apparently.
Your sense of smell?
That's the same thing. Yeah, well...
Oh, how did it get away from me?
All I can smell is you.
Oh, too much cologne today.
No, not too much. It was good. It's good cologne. This smells less.
Okay.
Like, it doesn't have as strong of a smell as Pseudo Sue.
Interesting.
Is it supposed to?
Who's to say?
But you can still tell that it's a hazy IPA, and you could
By looking at it? Oh, yeah.
And you can still tell that it's gonna taste really good too.
Yeah.
And by looking at it, yes. Let's take it to the palate. Is that what you say? This tastes like more. It smells like less, but it tastes like more. I think the flavors are just bolder. Like, it tastes exactly the same, but the flavors are more. Does that make sense?
I think that is a very, very good description of it.
I don't know how to review IPAs because they just all taste the same to me.
I know exactly what you mean. I do have my own thoughts, and I've had this beer plenty in the past. This is one of my most checked in Untaps on my Untapped account. I've had this beer a lot.
I can see why. It's really good. It's really tasty.
Nice, yeah.
It tastes like I said, more. I don't get like any kinds of fruit or any kinds of rinds, but I get like just a little bit like of a sour, not super sour, but like a kick in the front. Like right when it hits my tongue.
Interesting.
But then it just tastes like an IPA. It just tastes like a hazy IPA. But it's really good because I've had other hazy IPAs and they're just like, ugh.
Yes, I would agree. This is, to me, very flavorful.
Yeah.
Very flavorful IPA, and that's what I really love about it.
Yeah, I think it tastes really good. And like I keep saying, from Pseudo Sue to this, it tastes like those green cheek beers that you and I had over my God, I can't talk right now. It tastes like those green cheek beers that you brought to my birthday that weekend, and it's a taste that I've never tasted in another hazy IPA. And they taste very similar.
And they should in some ways, which I'll get to after you rate the beer.
Because they have the same hops, huh?
Yes. Very much so.
I think that maybe I like Citra hops too. These are Citra hops in here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it tastes the same as Pseudo Sue, you can recognize that these are Citra hops.
I don't think I've ever had another beer that has only Citra hops in it, except for those green cheek beers.
Those have more than just Citra.
Really?
That's why I said they taste similar. Because usually in hazy IPAs they do a mixture of hops, up to like 4 or 5 different types.
Yeah.
Green Cheek usually does about 3, maybe 4, but they love to use Citra.
This one only has Citra in it?
That is correct. It also only has Citra in it.
Oh shit! Did you see what I was just doing? Yeah, I really like this.
Do you need to think about your rating a little longer?
Nah, it's a 4.5.
Oh, so you're gonna tie it with Pseudo Sue?
Yeah, I mean the only plus, if it's a plus, it is higher ABV.
This is a great beer. I love it. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5. It is one of my all-time favorite hazy IPAs. It is indeed a double IPA. This lusciously hazy double IPA gains its bold flavors of mango, orange, and pineapple from the use of the delicious Citra hop. All hail the king. So, very good beer. Did you have a guess on the ABV?
Well, earlier I said 7.7, but it's a double. That seems kind of hot. Maybe 7.4.
Your final answer?
7.6.
Final answer?
7.5. 7.5.
Final answer?
Yes.
7.8.
Oh!
And 100 IBUs, if you can believe that.
Really?
It is a bitter beer, but to me, I don't feel those 100 IBUs
Not
at all.
I don't like.
But that's what it says on Untapped, anyway. This does only have Citra hops. It's basically Pseudo Sue, but double. So indeed, it does have more flavor.
Yeah.
I get a little bit more sweetness from this one than I do from the regular Pseudo Sue. And that is up front for me, where you found that like little bit of like tartness or something. But I get sweetness up front. To me, this is much more tropical. It's much more fluffy in your mouth. And maybe even a little thicker too, I would say. One of my all-time favorite beers, I remember having Matt try this out, and he absolutely loved it. And he asked me where to get it.
Aww.
And so he picked up a 4-pack of his own. I love this can because it just shows off like the T-Rex in all of its glory. Love it.
So King Sue is orange and Fake Sue is purple and green.
Yep. Or red, because they both.
Or red.
They have Pseudo Sue has a double dry hop version. There is also a double dry hop version of King Sue.
Let's get that.
I would love to have it. I've never seen it around us out here.
Let's drive to Iowa.
We might have to one
Well,
day.
you can check a bag on the plane and put alcohol in it, right?
I don't know, and I don't know how it'll do on the
that's true.
altitude. But all that being said, Mary, I'm glad you enjoyed the beer. And that's all for today's beer review. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, and until next time, we're the Brewmatures, trying every beer from around the world. One sip at a time.